brown skin. You know I love your brown skin. I can't tell where yours begins. I can't tell where mine is. Brown skin up against my brown skin. Need some every now and then. Oh, yeah. Where are your people from? Maybe Mississippi or Ireland. Apparently your skin has been kissed by the sun. You make me want a Hershey's kiss, your licorice. Every time I see your lips, it makes me think of honey-coated chocolate. Your kisses are worth more than gold to me.
Like with just black women, and I think if you give a black man a choice, they will usually choose black women.
Yeah.
They usually will choose black women, or if they go to other races, it's because she has black women features. It's not really because, so they love their blackness. It's just that we all love your blackness, and so you don't get a choice.
I have to agree with you.
Yeah, because I just don't like even when they say things like, oh yeah, the black men sleep with so many women and they're never faithful. Sorry, Bob, in your house, you would love to be unfaithful, you just can't. So like, it's just, I think it's not really about black men. I think it's the appeal they have and the testosterone. And I really think it boils down to masculinity. They exude more testosterone and masculinity than other races. So they become universally desired by women. Now, this is not all women. I'm just saying in general, they have more. You could travel to any country, you join Tinder, girls will match with you. It's any country. Now, if you do that same thing as like and I don't mean this to stigma, I'm saying this as a South Asian woman. If you say that as a Pakistani man or as a Vietnamese man, you don't have the same luck. So is it really you seeking other women or other women seeking you?
You see, brothers are loved globally. Globally, not in any country, because most brothers know how to act. They're loved in any and every culture and any other race. That's different. Not many races can say that, but brothers can say that. Next clip.
But you don't date Spanish guys at all?
No.
Do you have any idea why?
I guess I like, first, I like dark complexion. And it seemed like every dark guy that I ever like, they're African American or Jamaican. I don't even like people I think that like is my race, just because I like to date people that are different from me. Like I like to date people that are not like me. I like their culture. I already know my culture, so I want something new to me.
Lola, welcome.
Thank you.
Okay. As you're a Latino woman, okay, do you date black men?
I do.
You do or you don't?
I do.
Okay.
That's all I date.
Why do you prefer to date black men?
Oh, it's just the brown skin, the way that they actually treat women is differently than Latino men. They actually, well, the black men that I've dated before, they respect you, their background and their way of treating their mom and their family is different than Latino men. Latino men don't give a fuck about what they fucking do to you. And so for me, it's something different. I love black men, so.
Hold on, you're pausing. Hold on for 1 second. That goes back to what me and just Guapo just said. Her experience with the black man is this amazing. I'm not discrediting our black men. I love y'all. I love y'all brown skin too. I love your dark skin. I love the milk chocolate, the vanilla chocolate. I love it all. It just goes back to what Guapo and I said. Her experience. You know, I'm not going to belittle our black men. I love the milk chocolate, the dark chocolate, the brown chocolate, all the melanin. But if I have to think about what I think when I see a black man off the rip isn't always the most positive. So your experience with a black man is a
And that's what we're going to talk about in this show tonight. See, black women and black men love each other, but that history is so long and been so divisive that a lot of black men are looking for other things. And a lot of it has to do with the history of all what the two have been through. And we're going to tackle this tonight. That's going to be one of the topics. That's what we're going to talk about in my monologue tonight. We're going to really dive deep into this. Next clip.
The tension between black male
female relationship.
Before I bring on this clip, I want to preface this because I say that part about the history, and then from here I'll let Omar, who's a better orator than me, tell you about the history a little bit, so it adds contents to this video, this live stream tonight. Because black women and black men have been together. They've been a powerful thing for many years, but the divisiveness of the last 20 or 30 years has made men look at other options. It made men look at other options. There's no doubt about that. So, Ro, say what you got to say, brother.
The tension between black male
female
and
relationship.
female relationships.
It's insane. First of all, let's back up. Up until 1970, most black families was headed by a man and a woman. True. Slavery did not destroy the black family. It did not. We were married all through slavery, all through civil rights. You don't begin to see the rise of a single black mother until the 1970s. That was not a coincidence.
Late 70s.
Exactly.
Late 70s.
The 70s is when the government came into the black community.
They sold us out.
Yes, Newark, New Jersey, Philly, Baltimore, Detroit, and they deindustrialized the inner city.
Yes, indeed.
They took the jobs out.
Yes.
They took the factories out.
Mm-hmm.
And then they went into the high schools and deindustrialized the high school. So guess what?
No
He
trades.
should have graduated with his carpentry license. You should have graduated with your plumbing license.
No
He
trades.
should have graduated with his auto mechanic license. He should have graduated with his HVAC. They stripped all of that, the skills that pay the bills. This was done on purpose to make the black man financially irrelevant to the black woman. To make the 1970s was all about making the black man financially irrelevant to the black woman. And then in the 1980s, they dropped the crack off. CIA, cocaine import agency. Now, black men, jobless after the 70s, you bring me crack. I got a decision.
Is this where the prison industrial complex kicks in?
Absolutely. So I'm either going to smoke the crack and deal with the fact I can't take care of my family, or I'm going to sell the damn crack. That was the 80s. And then they hit us with HIV AIDS at the same time. So the 80s was biological warfare with the AIDS and chemical warfare with the crack, which set us up for the 1990s. Bill Clinton, crime bill. The first time in American history you can go to jail for the rest of your life without having committed a violent crime because you got caught in possession of drugs 3 times in a row. It was a Democratic president, Bill Clinton, who locked up more black men than any president in American history since the end of slavery. The problem with the ADHD, when do we get ADD? 1980. Same decade the CIA dropped off crack, they started giving our kids Ritalin. But guess what? The drug companies right here in New York didn't make enough money off the ADD prescription because there's no drug that can make you pay attention. So ADD didn't work. So in 1987, they added the H and it became ADHD, attention deficit hyperactivity disorder. And guess what? If I evaluate a kid for ADHD now, let's say your son not hyper. He just don't pay attention, but he not hyper. According to the new DSM,
He's ADHD.
he ADHD anyway, even if he's not hyper. This is how they justify the prescription.
That's my beef. I think that they put that.
It's a
label.
scam.
Yeah,
It's a,
man.
They make $30 billion off of childhood psychiatrics. $30 billion.
That's crazy.
Ritalin, Adderall, Concerta, Cycler, Metadate, and check this out. The Drug Enforcement Agency of the U.S. government classifies Ritalin as a Schedule B drug. You know what that means? It's in the same category as cocaine and opium.
It's meth.
Yeah.
It's meth.
It's meth.
Yes,
Yes,
it's one molecule away.
Yeah.
So you mean to tell me you lock it up black men all in New Jersey and New York City for selling crack?
But
And
you're
all you
serving
do
them.
is take the crack, give it another name, and give it to his son so he can sit still long enough to learn about Christopher Columbus.
Right.
The shit is ridiculous.
One point I want to make with that is I remember my father, he actually graduated from A&T University. And one of the things he graduated from was tailoring. So before they created what they call community colleges, they had in every school, every college had trades you could go to. And he made reference to that. Trades that you can go right to and get and make money. And that was a strength for black men in the 70s to get ahead. But when they took that out and put it to the universities, where you have to go to a university and pay all that money to be to get an education, it took that away, where that it's harder for black men to get where they were going. But you used to go to college and get a trade rather than get a degree in psychology and all that other shit that don't pay no money. But yeah, you see the 70s and 80s was a big turning point, and that was the years when women began to start, making more money, talking more shit, and becoming more independent and leveling up. And things have changed now. And during those years, and right after that, they began to, once they started making money, they started assassinating brothers with media online with comments like this. Roll this clip.
All on television. Black men shooting people. Black men raping people. Black men doing dope. Black men kicking in doors and spraying the whole freaking room, machine gun. And then when they see the black man that looks like that come near them and they kind of get apprehensive, well, you a racist? No, I'm sane. You look like the person on TV.
You look like the person on TV. So the whole world saw black people that way. And there were so many shows. Sally Jesse Raphael, Oprah, Tyler Perry even played a big part on it. Cultivating and creating a narrative about black men that really held us back. And it took us to the point where there's a division now between black men and black women as it relates to that. And the fatigue has set in over the years. The fatigue is set in, and that's causing a lot of the divisiveness. I believe that is causing a huge amount of the divisiveness. And now you have women of today's time, a whole different animal, a whole lot angrier, a whole lot more money driven, particularly with things costing what it costs. And then you get women like this, roll a clip.
You know what? Some of y'all men doggone butt.
Today you get women like this. Roll a clip.
You know what? Some of y'all men doggone busted up, crusted up, curled up K-Swiss wearing behinds all in the comments talk about what we don't care. No, we been knew that you didn't care. That's why we're here. Duh. We been knew that you didn't care. So when we sit up here and get together and start talking about, hey, look, we don't care no more. We don't care. We're not going above and beyond for this mediocre type of lifestyle that a lot of y'all trying to give us. This lifestyle of labor, no love, stressed, depressed, oppressed. You know what? We're good. Y'all chose us a lot of tell us a lot of time. You gotta choose better. You gotta choose better. Now women are choosing better. We're choosing ourselves. We see that choosing you all, it does not help us in no type of way. It does not make our life better. Because guess what? When we were choosing you all, when we did care, a lot of you were what? Out cheating. Out physically abusing. Some physically abusing at the home. Mentally abusing in the home. Emotionally abusing at the home. When we were choosing you. You're jumping up and down in a bed at 3, 4 a.m., waking us up when you know we got to go to work. Because guess what? A lot of us are financially supporting the household just like you. But instead of using your emotional intelligence and saying, hey, look, this is supposed to be my better half. I don't care if that was your wife or it wasn't. If you living with that person and this woman is lit, you all are living together. You're supposed to be a team, not her opponent. But instead, you up here jumping up and down in a bed like you some doggone 3-year-old, waking her up when she's sitting up here, got to lead a household to go and work to provide for the family that you all have. Your emotional intelligence is so doggone low that you can't even sit up there and say, man, let me just chill. Just let her sleep. Because we are a team. So now that we see that your emotional intelligence is so low, you can't communicate, you play games so much, you're dirty, your feet stink, you got narcissistic ways. If you ain't been diagnosed as a narcissist, guess what? You're still a you're still toxic demon. And you have sucked everything that is good out of women. Everything that a woman will sit up here and choose to say, you know what? Instead of choosing you, I will choose to be by myself. And guess what? I'm going to enjoy the fact that I'm by myself. Because single life has been deemed the horrible, oh my gosh, she's single. Oh my gosh, I feel sorry for you. No, don't feel sorry for me because I'm single. Because guess what? I'm single and I'm happy. And when I lay here by myself, I have peace that no other man can bring me. Because a lot of you men are so troubled in the mind that anything that brings a woman peace disturbs you. You told me, hey, look, this ain't working out. I said, hey, okay, it's okay, good. I'll go be by myself. When you go be by yourself and you see a woman enjoying being by herself saying, hey, wait a minute, the single life ain't so bad. I can have me a girl dinner. I ain't got to cook for no man. My grocery bill been cut from $600 a month to now I'm barely paying $200 a month. I don't have to cook all these big doggone meals where a man sitting up here eating 10 doggone lamb chops in one night. Hey, when I come home, my stuff not moved. When I come home, I don't have to walk on eggshells. I don't have to worry about a man sitting up here in my face, stinking up my sheets. The happiness that women has grabbed, now all of a sudden it's a problem. But when we try to live with you all, when we try to love you all, we got burnt. Some of us have gotten abused, whether physically, mentally, spiritually, whatever. We got burnt when we was trying to do that. But now when we set up here and step back and say, you know what, I'm going to find some happiness some way, and I found it in myself by being single, then it's still a problem. It's always a problem with some of you doggone men. Golly. Now all of a sudden, you want to make videos because women are saying, hey, look, we're happy. We're finally choosing ourselves. We have woke up and saw that, hey, society sold us a scam. Happily ever after, that's a freaking joke with some of you guys. Some of you men. Happily ever after, nightmare ever after. I don't understand. Now all of a sudden, you know what? You a lot of men used to be able to dangle it. Oh, you be good to me. I'll ask you to marry me. I'll ask you to live with me. No, baby, I don't want to be your wife. I don't want to live with you. I don't want to live with you. I don't want to be your wife. You know what, matter of fact, I don't want to be nothing to you. Because when I tried to be something to you, I was always treated as nothing. Anyway. So how about we change this around and I don't want to be nothing to you. No. I don't want to be absolute. Just act like I don't exist. So So don't comment on comments on, oh, we don't care. We know y'all don't care. Yeah, you didn't care when we wanted to live with you. When we wanted to be with you, you didn't care. A lot of you have sought out women only to destroy them. Sought out women only to break them. And now the women are standing up and saying and being vocal about the fact that, hey, look, single life isn't so bad. And it's not. It's an excellent life. I'm enjoying it. I cannot fathom ever having to deal with anybody, and I'm not going to fathom because I'm not finna deal with nobody toxic. Ever. And I'm never going to live with anybody because a lot of you men your feelings are temporary. You don't love women. You only love them for the moment and what they can do for you for the moment. And as soon as that goes away, you on to the next one. A lot of you can't be trusted. You sit up here, yeah, I want to sure be my wife. I want to marry you and you want to have kids. They'll set up there and pop them babies in you, make you a stay-at-home woman or stay-at-home mom, only to leave you hanging and tell you, you know what, you need to find you somewhere else to live. I want a divorce. You're unpredictable. And when women, it's the fact that women have came together and said, you know what, enough is enough. I see you for who you are. I'm not finna sit up here and come to the table and think, oh, everything is going to be great, because 9 times out of 10, it won't. 9 times out of 10, you may be walking into a doggone nightmare. All these happy moments of coming in, opening up the door, having the keys to your house, knowing no big, greasy, dusty man waiting for you on the other side, funking up the doggone living room with his funky feet, is on the other side. Baby, this is the life. And nobody can ever make me convinced that it's not, because guess what? I've seen both sides. I've seen both sides. So y'all just sit this one out, because it's our time to shine.
That was long. But that is how some women, a large amount of women sometimes think. That's their inner thoughts projecting and letting you know the relationship dynamic of a lot of relationships between Black men and Black women today. That's the type of anger you have. Not in all, but in some. But enough for Black men to be looking at other options because of the history between Black women and Black men. Black men are fatigued. They're tired. They're tired of these type of women. And Black women are tired. So you see what's happening today. All of what I said, all the shit that went down in the 60s and 70s. And then today, with everything costing so much money and relationships and social media, all the shit that's happening, people are fatigued with each other. They really are. So that's the problem. Here's another clip from another woman that has a similar opinion. Roll the clip.
I seen everybody doing a trend about why they can't live with a man, baby. I had to chime the fuck in. Let me tell you something. I could never in my fucking life live with a man. I don't like no nigga all in my motherfucking space. I like to be comfortable. I'm not finna cook for no nigga that ain't my husband every fucking day. I'm not washing your clothes. I'm not folding shit. I don't want your stank ass piss all in my bathroom. I don't want your pubics all around my toilet. I don't want you eating and dropping crumbs all on my floor. I don't want to hear your loud ass games. I'm the motherfucker that can play the game. I don't want to hear your shit. Your niggas will never be able to come to my house. No. And if you have kids, fuck no. I enjoy living by myself. I do what I want, when I want, how I want. I make the money around this motherfucker. I'm the head bitch in charge. I would never live with a man. Claudette.
I make the money. I'm the head nigga in charge. These women are men now. There's no difference. How do you fucking date a man? That's what you got. You dating fucking men. That's the problem. Everybody's trying to be a damn man. Everybody's trying to lead. And for the ones that don't lead, they're trying to hit you up for money. They're entitled. Like this woman here, roll a clip. They're just out of their mind with entitlement. How are relationships between blacks and black women and black men ever going to repair with this type of attitude? Next clip.
Let me tell y'all something that grinds my fucking gears. If I send you a picture and I'm looking the fuck good and you only heart it and you don't follow up with, oh my God, you're so fucking beautiful. How can I serve you, queen? You deserve the world. I will do whatever you want. Oh my God, take my money. Like, do you even like me for real? Like, that is so disrespectful. Just a heart, like, it's almost like, okay, you might as well thumbs it up. I see it. What's up? Why would you not acknowledge it? The fuck be wrong?
We got a couple of comments. So everybody, welcome to the show today. I'm gonna run my intro in just a second, and I'm gonna look at these comments here from Frank. Welcome to the show, Frank. Hope everything's all well. You and Lily, I hope everything's well in the Philippines. Shout out to you and welcome to 2026. And also one from, there's a new guy here. It is Are you black because we're not participating in the heartbreaking bitter war? Okay, let me hear this again one more time. Are you black because we're not participating in the heartbroken bitter wars? I'm trying to understand that comment. Somebody help me with that comment. Are you black because we're not participating in the heartbroken bitter wars? I'm trying to get that comment. Why don't you explain that just a little bit more? Because welcome to the show all together. I'm happy that you're here, but I want you to explain what you mean by that comment. I do apologize for that. Usually, when I get a new subscriber or a new person to the show, I celebrate them. But I want you to explain that comment, and then we'll come right back. Frank Tate says, "I'm happy for her." You damn right, Frank. And then Frank Tate comes back and says, other women know when to stop and know when to close that damn mouth. BYBMSYS. Black man, save yourself. You're damn skippy. That's right. So, my man, shout out to you, but explain that comment, and then we'll take it from there. Okay, now, I'm going to hit the intro and pour me a glass of Jack, and then we'll get right at it. Let's get it. right. Again, welcome to the show and welcome to 8,000 Miles Away. Let me hit my other little part here and I'll shut up and listen to this. StreamYard, you always doing that to me. Let's get it. Where's my part? There, get it. Hang on, let's see. Let's see. We got it. Let's see. We got it back together. I hope we got it back together. Let me go in and do this because it's like it's locking down. So I'm gonna go in and come back out, guys. 1 second. Stage and go to media, go down. All right, so yeah. All right, it's a segment right here. All right, so let's see where we are here. We're back in power. I had to go in and go back. I had to go out and go back in. So again, guys, welcome to the show. This is Vic from 8,000 Miles Away. And, once again, guys, I'm going to stop just to say shout out to my boys. They got a game on Saturday, Carolina Panthers. Wow. First time since 2014. Y'all pull for my boys, if you will. They played their first home game. It's going to be off the chain. Sweet Carolina will be all over the stadium and the bank. Just had to give my boys a shout out. I'll probably give them another shout out before the end of the show because we all here in North Carolina are extremely proud of them. I got Virginia excited about the Panthers all the way in the Philippines. She's like ready to wear a jersey and get down with that. So, that's the enthusiasm I bring to the table about something like that. So shout out to that boys. But anyway, we're going to get to this show. And so we're going to get to the actual show. And I'm going to start by saying, let's be clear from the start. For anybody who's listening, any of my females, because there are female listeners. YouTube studio tells me it's at least 30% women who rarely ever make any comments that listens to this show. But so I want to make it clear from the start. This video is not about hate. This live stream isn't about hate at all. It's not about disrespect. And it's definitely about not tearing anybody down, but it's about telling the truth, the kind of truth that people get uncomfortable with. Exactly. Because right now, all across Latin America, the Caribbeans, Europe, and parts of Asia, black men are dating. It's a different game. And a lot of what you see in that video is what's causing this. We're marrying and we're building families at a higher rate than ever before. So at the same time, though, back home here in America, many black women are being praised for staying loyal because they're loyal, extremely loyal through all this shit. They're loyal. Now we're going to talk about their loyalty. We're going to get into their loyalty. But that loyalty comes with frustration, anger, and unanswered questions. So tonight, we're starting the conversation that nobody wants to have. Why are black men looking elsewhere? Why are black men looking elsewhere? Are black women loyal or simply limited in options? Let's talk about it. Why are black men desired globally? And why has black relationship dynamic in America become so fractured? So stay with me because this is bigger than just dating. This is bigger than culture, economics, psychology, and power. So, we're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about this today. We're going to talk about it. We're going to really get into this. How's everybody doing in the chat? I got another a comment before I get into this monologue. Shout out to Josh. I didn't say anything to you earlier, Josh. Shout out to you, my brother. Shout out to you, my brother. Shout out to Carlos here. Carlos Coleman. Is it Carlos Coleman? What's up with your babe? And shout out to Josh. What's up again, Josh? How's everything doing, brother? Josh says freedom is the right of all centennial. What's that? Beings. Okay, I hope I said that right, but didn't I? You know, I feel you on that. Okay, so for my man, Carlos, who I don't think I've ever recognized on the show, I'm gonna give you a little something for the show before I get into my monologue here, because I don't think I ever gave you a good one there, Carlos. So we're gonna give you the what we gonna give you? We're gonna give you the Thai girl on the bike. I'm gonna give you the Thai girl on the bike, brother. Let's get it. This is for Carlos. I'm gonna give you another one, Carlos, that I didn't like. I really don't like. I'm gonna give Carlos one more. I'm gonna give him the what should I give him, guys? I'm gonna give him the Asian. I'm gonna give him the Asian Babe Walk. I got the Asian Babe Walk. I'm gonna give you solo on that one. So I'm gonna cut it down. I'm gonna give it. This is for Carlos here. Asian Babe Walk.
It's a beautiful life. It's a beautiful life.
All right, man. All right. Again, welcome to the show. And I appreciate everyone on the chat, everybody in the chat. And Happy New Year. 2026 is going to bring some good things for us. It's going to bring some good things for us, we hope. So I want to get into this right here. So we're going to start here because this situation is foundational. You know, it's many black men are not actually running away. What they're doing, they just burned out from constant conflict, masculinity being challenged, feeling unappreciated as providers, and being told they're not enough no matter what they do. It's fucking fatigue. The fatigue is real and it's growing. So, and two, it's attitudes entitlement, just like you saw in that video. A major difference between difference men report overseas is attitude. Attitude. But not being submissive. It's not about submission. It's about cooperation. Many men say conversations feel lighter, respect is assumed, not negotiated, and femininity is expressed, not mocked. In contrast, many American men feel relationships have become negotiations instead of partnerships. And third, there's cultural differences. In many Latin cultures, family is central. Gender roles are acknowledged. Even if they're flexible, they're still acknowledged. And men are not treated as enemies. That doesn't mean perfection, it means alignment. And fourth is physical maintenance and presentation. So this is uncomfortable, but it matters globally. Women place higher value on staying attractive in these countries for their partner. Obesity rates are significantly lower in a lot of these countries than they are in the United States. And appearance is seen as a part of relationship effort for a lot of these women overseas. And even in the States, some of them. within their little, you know, their way they carry themselves. In America, men are often told, love me as I am. Have you ever heard that? Love me as I am. Effort is optional. They don't try. So, and men notice the difference. When you see a woman overseas, you notice the difference. Black men in America face higher taxes, child support risk, divorce laws that are heavily penalized marriages, and rising costs with shrinking respect. Overseas men feel my effort is actually translating into peace. And that's not like escapism at all. That is actually logic. Now, black women say they're loyal. Statistics say black women are loyal. I want to talk about that. This is where emotions this is where emotions spike. So they're going to use a little facts here. So before I get into that, I'm going to play 2 videos to add contents to this, where these women say they are loyal. Let's roll the clip. If I can find it, because I kind of got away from where I'm at. Here's one here. All right, roll this clip right here on black women saying they're loyal. A lot of people say black women are loyal. Let's talk about it.
So I've been getting a lot of backlash from black men in my previous videos, so I'm going to reiterate what I said again, okay? And the statistics will be at the end of this video again. So pause it and read for yourself, because that's another problem I be having with y'all little internet gangsters, is that y'all don't like to read. Y'all just like to get up under my comments and comment your opinions. So again, black women are the most loyal to their race out of all races. Okay? Only 10 to 12% of black women will date outside of their race. That means 90% of black women will solely only date and marry and procreate with black men in their whole lives. Do you understand what I'm saying? And that is a part of the problem, because if you look up under my comments of how black men comment on black women, it's not the same. You see, no matter what social media says, no matter what your previous dating history when it comes to black women is the most loyal to black men. Now, on the opposite end, black men date outside of their race about 34%. This is not a shame to interracial relationships, by the way. This is just solely stating facts. So that's more than double the amount than black women at 90% for black women. If you go and look up under them comments of my previous video with the black men commenting about black women, it shows how they feel about us. So even though we've been the most loyal to them since the beginning of time, you still prove how y'all feel about us. And that's really the problem. We need to start dating outside of our race too and go where we are loved. And now here come the statistics.
So she said they should date too. And I hope well with them. But I'm not sure so much that works for them, because statistics say they're the least desired all across the globe. They can't run all over these countries and do that for some reason, because they don't blend in as well. And we're going to talk about that. I hate to say it, maybe in Africa to some degree, and maybe not even there, because these guys over there, they got principles and morals. And they even though their money is low, they got a hell of a lot more pride than you think. But roll the next clip.
The way that she said, I'm open to all things, implied that at some point she wasn't open
to me,
to
which
these things.
I read that as she's open to dating other races. That is how I read it.
Which would mean
before
she wasn't open to dating
but here's,
all races.
hold on one second here.
Wait, can you acknowledge that part?
No, I'm about to acknowledge that part.
Shit.
A lot of the time, black women are very, very race loyal. They really want to be with black men.
I agree with that.
And when you get told either non-verbally or verbally that there just isn't enough to go around, then some women are just like, okay, well, fuck it. And other women are like, okay, well, I will try something that I have never tried before. That is a big step for a lot of black women who have never, ever wanted to date outside their race. That is major. I know a lot of my black girlfriends that will not even think about dating anything other than black men. And I'm like,
I agree with that.
You're kind of cutting off your nose to spite your face kind of thing in that situation.
But don't.
See, before I bring my other clip on here that's gonna close the door on this bullshit, because he gonna bring the thunder with the stats as he always does. But I'm gonna just say this before I let him cook. Black women are often praised for their loyalty to black men. That's the big deal, you know, even in the voting booths or whatever. But the uncomfortable question is the loyalty lack of alternatives? Is that what it is? Is it lack of alternatives? You know what I mean? Multiple dating apps and sociological studies show that black women receive the lowest response rates from non-black men. And I hate to say that, but it's true. Black men receive the higher global desirability scores. Like I said in this clip right here, I'm going to run this clip again at the beginning. I had at the beginning of the show. I think it's necessary to say what this sister says one more time. If I can find it, let's get it. Here, roll this right here.
Like with just black women. And I think if you give a black man a choice, they will usually choose black women.
Yeah.
They usually will choose black women. Or if they go to other races, it's because she has black women features. It's not really because, so they love their blackness. It's just that we all love your blackness. And so you don't get a choice.
I agree with you.
Yeah, because I just don't like even when they say things like, oh yeah, the black men sleep with so many women and they're never faithful. Sorry, Bob, in your house, you would love to be unfaithful, you just can't. So like, it's just, I think it's not really about black men. I think it's the appeal they have and the testosterone. And I really think it boils down to masculinity. They exude more testosterone and masculinity than other races. So they become universally desired by women. Now, this is not all women. I'm just saying in general, they have more. You could travel to any country, you join Tinder, girls will match with you. It's any country. Now, if you do that same thing as like I don't mean this to signal, I'm saying this as a South Asian woman. If you say that as a Pakistani man or as a Vietnamese man, you don't have the same luck. So is it really you seeking other women or other women seeking you?
See, interracial marriage rates show black men marry out more than black women. And that doesn't mean that black women aren't beautiful. Y'all hear me, sisters? It's not that y'all not beautiful. It means that dating markets are not equal. Black women have the lowest marriage rates in America. Black men who marry interracially have higher marriage stability. I say that again. Black men who marry interracially have higher marriage rate stability. Process that through your skull. Black women are the most educated group, but education doesn't translate to marriage option. It creates frustration, and frustration often becomes anger. And before I get into this, I'm gonna let him cook. But when options are limited, resentment grows. Instead of blaming the systems, media, or dating economics, that resentment is often redirected toward black men, passport brothers or bros, and interracial couples. That's not empowerment, that's misdirected pain. Let Media Man cook. Roll a clip.
As a group, black women have been the slowest to dip their toes into the interracial dating pool, one of the most racially loyal when it comes to relationships.
Black women are the most loyal.
Black women are the most loyal to black men than I'm talking about any other race, any other ethnicity. Black women are loyal to black men.
Black women are very, very race loyal. They really want to be with black men.
We often hear this narrative floating around social media. Black women are the most race loyal. That's why they don't marry white men like other races of women do. At first glance, that sounds honorable until you ask one critical question. Are you being loyal or are you just not being chosen? Because in order to be considered race loyal, both sides need to want you. You can't call yourself loyal to your team if no other team has offered you a contract. When people say that black women are race loyal, here's what they're actually trying to say. They date and marry within their race, but what they leave out is the context, because loyalty implies options. Let's look at what the data says. According to the Pew Research Center and the U.S. Census Bureau, in 2023, only 13% of married black women were in an interracial marriage. And black men, 21%. You can't call it loyalty if you were never recruited. And that's what we're seeing on the dating market. Despite the growing TikTok trends, divest, black wife effect, swirl, and soft life content, white men are not marrying black women in significant numbers. In fact, the latest data shows that less than 0.5% of white men are married to black women. And that's coming from the U.S. Census Bureau in 2015. So is it race loyalty or is it race isolation? So who is marrying black women? The answer is clear. Black men. Black men marry black women 79% of the time, even with almost twice the out-of-marriage rate of black women. So if anyone's being race loyal, it's black men. But instead, we're painted as disloyal, unavailable, or undesirable, all while other men aren't lining up to marry black women either. You see how backwards that is? And while we're here, let's dispel some of the myths that circulate in these conversations. Number one, good black men are in jail. False. Only 2.9% of black men are incarcerated at any given time. Let's stop acting like the entire dating pool is behind bars. It's lazy. And to be perfectly honest, it has never been a time that black women have disqualified men who are in prison. They actively search for those men, and I've done videos in the past pointing this issue out. Number two, black men aren't educated enough. Here's the real story. 29% of black women have a bachelor's degree or higher, and 22% of black men do. That's a 7-point gap, not 70. And even with that gap, black men still out-earn black women overall. So the education excuse doesn't hold up either. Number three, black men don't make enough money. According to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, in 2024, black men earned a median income of $52,000. Hispanic men earned a median income of $50,000. So if it were just about money, how are men who earn less getting married more? Maybe it's not about economics. Maybe it's about attitude, culture, and expectations. Black men are told that they need to be flawless. They need to be educated, rich, not dusty, not toxic, and definitely not average. 6 feet, 6 figures, 6-pack. Meanwhile, other races of men can be plumbers, warehouse workers, and Uber drivers, and they're still considered marriage material men by black women. But let a black man drive a forklift and suddenly he's settling material. So this is not about loyalty, it's about double standards. The bottom line is this: you can't be race loyal if no one else is checking for you to begin with. Black women aren't the most race loyal, they're just the least interracially selected. And that's not a morale badge, that's a marriage market reality. So let's stop romanticizing rejection and calling it loyalty. And let's stop blaming black men for not being picked more often when we're the ones actually marrying black women. Peace.
Damn! I need to hit the damn sound before I get to my next one. Let me just applaud that. If I can. Me, your man, shout out to you, bro, on that one right there, and fair use on that. So let's change the segment here and let's talk about why black men are desired globally. Why are we desired globally? Let's talk about that. That's the segment 3. And it's 3, I got down 3 reasons why. Cultural adaptability, I got masculine presence, and I got fresh narrative. Fresh narrative. Those are the 3 I came up with. And let's talk about them. So with cultural adaptability, black men historically blend into other cultures well. Okay? I'm going to say that again. Black men blend into other cultures well. We respect traditions and we adapt without entitlement. So we can go to other countries. We don't carry a bunch of bullshit with us, unlike some of our counterparts in other countries. And we respect traditions, and we blend well into other cultures. Number two is masculine presence. Globally, black men are often viewed as confident. When we meet these chicks, we're confident, physically masculine, charismatic, and protective. That's masculine presence. That helps you win in other cultures. And lastly, well, before I do that, I'll say in the United States, that masculine is often pathologized. I say that right, pathologized. And overseas, it's appreciated. And the third one is fresh narratives. Other cultures don't carry America's racial trauma. I want to say that again, because again, we get it. That's talking about the history. Other cultures don't carry America's racial trauma. They don't see a systematic failed man. They see a man starting fresh. That alone can change everything. So fresh narrative, masculine presence, and cultural adaptability. Now, on number 4, now we're going to talk about how history has divided black men and women. Let's talk about that. How history has divided us. Here is a shout out to you, Mike. Shout out to Mike for you, man. Good to see you again, brother. I hope that you're doing well. Happy New Year to you as well, Mr. Parker. Okay. Now, number 4, we're going to talk about how history has divided black men and black women. Let's talk about structural damage. And we've touched on it, but I'm going to go a little deeper. 1 is political and legal incentives. 2 is economic shifts. And 3 is emotional fallout. Let's dive into that. 40 years. Oh, wait a minute. Hang on. Let me make sure I get to that point. That is. Did I skip it? Loyalty. 3 segment. Oh. Yeah. Okay. Great. All right. So, yeah. So, political and legal incentives, economic shifts, and emotional fallout. Let's talk about it. Over 40 years, welfare systems decentralized marriage. Divorce laws punish male provision, and child support systems became revenue machines. This creates distrust, power struggle, and gender resentment. Number 2, economic shifts. Black women now out-earn, in so many cases, out-earn black men in many cities. Not all cities, but sometimes they do. So instead of collaborating in society, it's framed as women say they don't need a man. So they don't want to collaborate. Because they're earning the money they earn now, they don't want to collaborate. They want to say, I don't need a man, because the economics are similar. I think the difference between, men make $54,000 on the average, and women make around $48,000. These are productive people in productive numbers. That's what we are as people are earning. But women don't want to collaborate. They talk that 50-50 shit. We don't want to do that. We don't need a man. That message is poison relationships. Number 2, economic fallout. Many women feel betrayed, let down, and forced to independence. Many men feel disrespected, replaceable and unwanted and useless as well. Unwanted and useless. That's the way they make us feel. That emotional gap widened and nobody has healed it. So when black men leave and find peace, it feels kind of like abandonment to them. You know how women are. You know, they want you until you're gone. Then when you abandon their ass, they want you back. That's a bunch of bullshit. It's always been bullshit to me, but I don't know. I never understood the dynamics of that. And yes, sometimes jealousy isn't about hate. It's about, check it out, loss of leverage. When men travel with means overseas, they see men go overseas, and they left with the bullshit Pookies and Ray Rays over here that they have to upkeep and take care of. And they see guys that are productive going overseas and dating other women around the world, even in their own country. That's why they get mad at football players and basketball players and athletes or anybody with means when they see you with another race, because they feel abandoned. Loss of leverage, as I say. Let's talk about number 5 before I close. The global desirability gap. Here's the quiet truth. Desirability is global, not local. It's global, not local. I got a comment here from Josh. Josh, I put Josh up here. It's winter, and all I got to say is a cold night tonight. AKA KS Kevin Samuels. My nigga. Oh, brother, that's funny as hell, man. That's funny as hell. All right, so number 5 is global desirability gap. And here's the quiet truth, as I was saying before you said that funny shit. Oh boy. Desirability is global, not local. Black men gain options when they leave the United States. They gain respect when they provide. They gain peace when masculinity is welcomed. And black women, they face a harsher global dating market. That's what I'm saying. They face a harsher global dating market because they come with entitlement. They come with expectations. And you can't have expectations when you leave the borders of this United States. So therefore, their leverage is low. All they have is the black man. That's it. If we don't want you, you don't get one. You don't get got. So they face a harsher global dating market, experience declining leverage with age, and then they get older. And it's harder for them as they get older. They lose their sexual marketability and often sold empowerment without results. That imbalance creates conflict. So, to close, I say, let me say this clearly. Black men choosing happiness is not a betrayal, it's self-preservation. But here's the door we're leaving open. If black men and black women want to unite again, if there's going to be unity again, it will not come from shame, guilt, control, or forced loyalty. It will come from accountability on both sides. Respect, returning to relationships. Femininity and masculinity being valued again, if that's possible. And honestly, even when it hurts. Until then, men will go where they're celebrated and certainly not tolerated. And that's not hate. That's human nature. And with that, guys, I will land the plane. There's another comment from Josh, says it is in turn my lovely ladies use, or what I discovered is obligatory guilt from the day we were born. And then he says the terms define the obligatory, and guilt. And with that, I will land the plane. At this point. So, guys, I love you always. I appreciate you tuning in. We will see you on Sunday with something different.
This is all as born as new. You know what I say is true. That I'll be loving you always. Until the rainbow burns the stars out of the sky. Always. Until the ocean covers everything. I said it's gonna be always. Until the day that it's our day. You know it's gonna be. Some days are easier to fake it. I find it hard to think when you're brought up. I know it takes a heart to break it. But you took that and some more when you gave up. I get it, I get it, I get it, I get it. Some things don't work and that's the
Slaves. There's always an issue with StreamYard, right? Got a couple of comments, so I'll read those comments while I wait for my clothes to come in, if it does. If it ever does. Let's look at these comments here before I close. Good show. Thanks a lot, Josh. I appreciate that. Appreciate that, Frank. Appreciate that, Josh. And I'll see you guys Sunday at 9 o'clock, as usual. And I thank y'all for showing up. I got them on, what is this thing here? So, yeah, good show, guys. I see y'all. We are always here every Thursday and Sunday. And to like, subscribe as well. There we go. See you Sunday. Y'all take care. Peace.